Hey, this is your boy Robert Brown with BRB Bob TV, Hardcore Politics with Robert Brown. Hey, the game of chess. It's a special game. You gotta have a brain and patience and know how to make the right moves, or you can end up being a bad loser. You can lose all your men if you do it. That's what Bernie Sanders has been doing all this time, playing chess. This whole thing was rigged. We already know it. We already found out with the proof that this thing been set up for her from the jump start before anybody got in the race. But that's behind us. Who cares? It's gone. Nothing we can do about it. But yet, there's some lawsuits coming out proving that this man really won this thing by 15%. And they're going to make their case part of the chess move at the Democratic National Convention. Papers were served, and it's, and they're going to get a chance to prove that Bernie won this thing. Now, we already know that the only way that she could have really won this thing is to close the primary and have people on her side that work in these areas of government that supports her. Without that, she cannot win. We already know these 3 million more is fabricated. This whole thing is fabricated. And had this thing been an open primary from the jump start, Bernie Sanders would have won at a landslide. Now the point is, on paper, documentally for now, she is the presumptive. She have more super delegates, even though the delegates haven't even voted. They put that on her side. And a lot of them not really on her side. A lot of them wanted to change it, but they refused to let them change it. They're still going to be on her side for now. The only way that's going to change is at the convention. That's why it's so important that Bernie do whatever you need to do to get to the convention. That's the most important thing to do. For him to get there and the delegates to get there. For him to get there and the delegates to get there. Delegates, it's not time for you to go green. Super delegates, you can't go green now, because that's going to mess up your status as a delegate in the convention. So don't do it. Don't register green. Support green. Take polls. Support Jill. Give money. After you take care of your own business, don't give money to them. You need money at that convention. Keep your money in your pocket. You need to get that. Don't just support her in likes. Post her videos up, post her speeches up, like her page, mention her in some of your tweets and all that. Let's get her trending, okay? That's part of the chess game, the chess mode. All right, so here's the deal. I call it enforcement of an endorsement. That's what it was. It was enforcement of endorsement. Bernie has 1,900 delegates. She has a little over 2,038 or something like that. I don't know. 300, something like that. She don't have the magic number. He doesn't have the magic number. But yet, they called her the presumptive nominee. All right, now, under the rules of the DNC, you have to support the presumptive nominee. So you have to say, yep, I'll endorse her. Yeah, I'll vote for her. To not say it could get you in trouble. All right, so what Bernie is doing is playing their game. But yet, they don't know they're playing his game. He's smart. He's a thinker. He don't make moves so quick. That's why he lasted this long. For you guys, don't you dare. If you are quitting going green, quitting on Bernie to go green, you've never been a burner. You only was for the ride for yourself. You don't do that. That man has not conceded. He has not quit. He has a plan that he's working, and the Green Party is part of that plan. He don't know it, but we are making it part of the plan. And Jill Stein do not mind it. So what Bernie does, he said, look, I'm going to go do what I need to do. I need to play by the book. I got to endorse her. I don't want to. I hate everything she stands for. This corporatism, this corporate Democrat stuff, I can't stand it. It makes me sick on my stomach. I hate doing that. I'd rather just walk through lava. But I got to endorse it. Why? Because it was enforcement of endorsement. Enforcement of endorsement. They held the gun of 1,900 delegates and him himself losing his status as a super delegate to keep him from getting in the convention. The most important thing is not beating Donald Trump. I said the most important thing is finding somebody to beat Donald Trump. That's the most important thing, and you need to echo this. When somebody asks you and say that crap, the most important thing is to beat Donald Trump. No, the most important thing is to find somebody to beat Donald Trump, and the person got right now is weak. And falling in the polls and losing in every state and weak. Just because you're a winner, that don't mean you can beat somebody. People win all kind of ways. I remember the man who had the loaded boxing glove. The only way he was winning his match is because they loaded the boxing glove. Had it not been loaded, he was getting his behind whooped. And the DNC has been loading the boxing glove this whole time, and now they caught on it with the election fraud, the lawsuit of election fraud from Arizona, Nevada, you name it. And they got proof now of the exit polls not matching what was actually coming in up from the booth. And documents thrown in the trash paper and white out, all this stuff is proof everywhere that this thing is a sham all along just to get her elected. Not to mention the criminal indictments. Yeah, Comey did not charge her but he did indict her in the public in the view of public opinion. And for Comey to say that she's so absent-minded about her email server, that means she's absent-minded about running this country. If you don't know how to protect your computer, how in the world are you going to protect the country? That's another story. Anyway, he had to say it. He had to endorse her. All right, why? Because I need to get into convention. All right, so they said, okay, I'm going to endorse her. So what he did was he used his status as a politician to leverage his desire in the platform, the DNC platform. If you want my endorsement, the only way you're going to get it is we got to play ball on this platform. Because this is even more important to me than winning president. I want to make sure that your platform is going to help out people. So I want you to put in there $15 minimum wage across the board. I want you to put in there a healthcare option. I want you to put in there anybody making over $150,000 get to go. He wanted $250, but they got $150. Go to college for free. I want this, and I want this, and no fracking, no TPP, blah, 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 blah. All right, so they went to work. Cornell West, Nina Turner, all of them, Orlando and Ohio, they go to work to fix this platform. Let's give them whatever you want because we need that endorsement. So he get majority of everything that he wanted. Playing chess. All right, we gave you what you wanted, majority of it. Look, what's up with that endorsement? All right, fine. I hate to do it, but I'm going to do it. All right, so I need you at this meeting. We're going to go to your hometown. Why you got to go to the place where I beat you badly to put it in my face that I'm going to endorse you? Why you got to go there? Because I need to rub it in your face. So they go to New Hampshire. On stage. Now the word was out about it. A lot of us was greedy with the thought of him endorsing her. But he went on stage. He endorsed her. Why? Because he had to do it as part of DNC rules. If he did not do it, they was going to take his $1,900 delegate. They were going to take his delegate status himself and stop them from speaking at the convention. And he need all of them to do what he need to do at the convention. Up and coming events coming soon. Convention. Bernie Sanders contest. And here's the reason why. So he endorsed the platform. He said, so I come here to endorse Hillary Clinton today. And he tells why, which she did not want him to do that. Just endorse me and let me speak. So what Bernie does, he said, this is why I'm endorsing her. And he talked about the platform. I'm endorsing her because she promised me she's going to do $15 across the board. She promised that she's going to do free public colleges for those making not $250 like I wanted, but at least $150. Majority of people don't make $150,000. So she agreed to that. She agreed to the healthcare option. She agreed to this. Majority of my plans, she agreed with it. Two things that made her happen. The whole time she was up there, she was nodding yes, but deep down she's probably saying, this mother, he had to say it on camera. Why? Because she didn't want that to be out, because as long as nobody say nothing about it, she can manipulate it. No, he called her out in the public view that she was going to do all these things. Yet at the same time, she's nodding her head, yes, up and down. Why? I'm going to nod my head because I need that endorsement, because I need your people to join me. We need to unify the party so we can beat Donald Trump, so I can be the first female president. Yes, whatever you say, hurry up and say it so you can get off the stage. Hurry up. The whole time it was killing Bernie to say, I agree. And the only reason he says she's the best person to defeat Donald Trump, because in a lot of people's eyes, she is, because most people don't really know her. They only know Trump. But had they known her and Trump, they would say both of them are bad, like I said. Both of them are bad and terrible for this country. You got a bona fide buffoon that's a con artist, cheat people out of their money in real estate and all that. You got one person who using the government to rake money and manipulate the system and things like that and totally break the rules. So anyway, Bernie endorsed her. He called her out, put the platform out there, say she's agreeing with it. She nodded her head. Why? Because if she turned her back on that, it's going to be a problem. And he know that. He knows she's going to turn her back on that, and he knows that's going to be a problem. He knows she's a pathological liar, and she's not going to honor any part of that platform. And she did not want it exposed. She did not want nobody to say nothing about it, especially in public. She wanted to keep that thing to themselves. Yes, we say we're going to do this, but we're going to do it my way, not his way. So he basically said, not only do she agree with me, when somebody say they agree with me, that means the other person who's saying with me is the leader. He didn't say, I agree with her on this, I agree with her on that, I agree with her on that. He said, she's agreeing with me. Go back and watch the video. So proving that he's the real leader. And they in the whole meeting was doctored. They would not let no Bernie Sanders supporters inside. All of them was Hillary supporters. A few got in there, and there's footage of what the security was doing to the few who held up the Bernie Sanders side. Now let me get off that. So that's done. Now what Bernie really did was he put her in a position. I've done everything that you asked me to do, DNC. You can't ask me to do nothing else. I did everything I needed to do. I held my word. What's up? What happened was they didn't plan on the endorsement backfiring. They thought the Bernie supporters was just going to flood behind Hillary Clinton. No, they're not going to do it, DNC. They are against the DNC route, the way they run the DNC, and who's want to be the leader of the DNC. It's Hillary. It's her. It's her. She's bad baggage. She's bad baggage. She didn't even run the State Department right. How can she run the country right? She's constantly on trial for messing up in the State Department. Why do we want that in the White House? Bernie knows this, but he's quiet about it. He ain't not going to say anything to smear her, not right now. I'm going to wait till the right time to do it, and that's at the convention. So what he plans on doing now, first of all, we need to get our delegates out there. So people, Bernie Kratz, Bernie supporters, I know we on this Jill, this green thing, but Bernie is first, and the House of Bernie is priority. Get those delegates there. If you have to donate $10, $15, $20, $27, $100, let's get these delegates out to convention because he need all 1,900 of them at roll call on day one. Then the platform is going to get rolled out, and if they go against that platform and not do what they promised to do on the platform and change it up, which we believe we're going to do because it's the so-called Hillary show that night, that's going to piss him off and give him the right to contest the convention. Now these things already happened behind the scenes because of her polling after the endorsement. Her polling did not go up. It went down, and another politician, their ratings went up, their polling went up, and that's Jill Stein, because the Bernie people went over to Jill Stein because Jill Stein lined up with what Bernie believes, not what Hillary Clinton believes. The platform she has is too close to Bernie. She said that the Green Party is Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is my mentor. I have high respect. So she supports Bernie Sanders. All those support went from the DNC to the Green Party. Money and everything. And now the Clinton campaign is in dire urgency. Every email, every letter I get, please, we need to unify. We need to stop Trump. No, we need to stop you and Trump. And those guys know that. That's why they're going to Jill Stein temporarily, because you guys haven't made Sanders the nominee. Yet you still got time. That's the reason why he didn't quit. That's the reason why he didn't give you suspend his campaign, because he's going to give you every opportunity to choose him until the last day. And the last vote is in with the superdelegates. He's giving you guys a chance. Now he's done his part. He expects us to be out there rallying. Jill Stein is going to be one of our speakers at one of the rallies. He's going to be out there, Cornel West, Nina. Yes, Cornel West and Nina. They're still working for Bernie. They're supporting Jill Stein because Bernie is not the presumptive nominee. Hillary Clinton is. And they're not going to support her. So they're supporting Jill Stein because they believe in Jill Stein. The platform is close to Bernie. That doesn't mean they gave up on Bernie. That doesn't mean they jumped ship. They're going to be there at the convention, working the floor on behalf of Bernie Sanders to get the superdelegates support. They're going to talk about how she's always in court, how she got a perjury charge against her. She's going to court for perjury. She's going to court for the Clinton Foundation scandal. They reopening the email thing with the State Department. This and that and this and that. All these multiple now current scandals, not the past scandals that Donald Trump is beating upside the head with, but the scandals of the day, and new one coming out. How all these superdelegates are being indicted that are attached to her. He's going to talk about that and how he energized the base and how he wins, pack out the meetings, and how he's winning, beating Trump by double digits in all these states, and she's losing to Trump in most of these states by the polls. He's going to stake his claim. Now, they already know this. So while he's working his magic or playing chess at the convention, we're working our magic over here. We're supporting Jill Stein. We're bigging her up. We're liking her page. We think she'll be a better president than Hillary Clinton. Get to know Jill Stein. We're planting her videos everywhere. That's what you should be doing, people. We're supporting all our delegates with our money, but we'll take a couple dollars and give Jill. But we got to take care, after we take care of the superdelegates, we're giving her a little bit of money. Okay? So we're bigging up Jill Stein. With any polls that come out, you click Jill Stein. If you see a poll that say Sanders and Clinton, don't click it. You click Stein. They're trying to trick you, and so to get her numbers back up by adding Sanders there, which is a punk move, because Sanders is not her VP pick. And Sanders wouldn't take it if it was the last thing offered in the world. If they say VP or jump over the cliff, Bernie will say, bye y'all. So no, any kind of polling come out there, you hit Jill Stein. If any phone call, say, hey, look, I don't like Clinton, I don't like Jill Stein. If y'all don't make Bernie Sanders the nominee at the convention, I'm joining the other 15 million that's exiting out of the Democratic Party. So you got the big up in the Jill Stein, money going to Jill Stein, support going to Jill Stein, endorsements going to Jill Stein. Her ratings go up, putting her in the convention, putting her in the debates. Yet at the same time, a big, huge threat of a mass demexit. That's right. That's us. That's what we're doing. That's our chess move on behalf of him. That's what y'all should be doing. You don't go all the way green and just forget about Bernie and spit on him. After this man done fought this hard, that man is almost man is old, an elderly man out there fighting for you, and you're going to do that? Shame on you. You stay in this fight and help him fight. Get back in this ring and help that man fight. Stop being a punk. Man ain't sell you out. You're selling him out by quitting. He has not quit. He has not conceded. He's not suspending his campaign because he got stuff he need to do in the DNC convention hall. You got stuff that you need to be doing right now. Supporting the delegates to get out to the convention. You need to be hitting every polls, talking about Jill Stein or talking about Bernie. You need to be, hashtagging Demexit, Jill not Hill, still Sanders, and blah blah. You need to be hashtagging that everywhere, especially that Demexit. That Demexit and that Jill before Hill scares the Democratic Party. It does. You gotta let them know that we ain't playing. That's our part in the chess move. Ultimately, with these things, this type of support going on this side of Jill Stein, ultimately with what's going on with Hillary for her poll ratings, her likability ratings going down, ultimately with Donald Trump beating her in every state, but yet Bernie beating him by 10 points, ultimately the superdelegates who are put there for these very reasons will say, we cannot take this risk on Hillary Clinton. We will lose badly. The only person that's feeling her and liking her is old school Democrats from 30 on up. And even the 30-something crowd is not feeling her. 40 years of Clinton rule is gone. And Chelsea, baby, we don't even look at you. Stay a businesswoman and take care of your grandkids. If you're going to be like your mama, we don't want you. Anyway, let Bernie play chess. You help him play chess. And don't you dare quit. Always remember this. Jill before Hill. Still Sanders. Feel the burn. Chess playing. Peace.